Alright, so I've been needing to upload a update video for a very long time about the news of the sale of WWE and Vince McMahon and how he's been getting involved again. But as you can see, new setup, new everything. I moved. It's a bit different this time around, so obviously I wasn't able to get around to it. But I can give you the short details and everything about it. So keep it as brief as I possibly can with understanding all the details that I know. WWE is currently not been sold to Saudi Arabia. During a podcast interview with Bill Simmons, Nick Khan said that the sale is 100% false, fake news. Thank the Lord that is what it is. It's not a 100% sale that has happened. We don't know yet, but he's been in talks with a lot of companies. One of the things that he did was have a sit down with with Disney and ESPN. So it would be one thing for sure if WWE goes to ESPN or is sold to Disney and ESPN, and it would be something different for sure. But it would be something good besides going to Saudi Arabia, be sold to Saudi Arabia. In other news, Vince McMahon is trying to get control of creative again, which is absolutely madness. He's already been telling people that they're doing things wrong. It's all hands on deck for the Royal Rumble. It's basically just a wild, chaotic scene, but Triple H did hold meetings according to Fightful, Sean Ross Sapp, WrestlingNews.co, Wrestling Observer, that Triple H held meetings with not just the SmackDown talent, but the Raw talent, that he is the 100% last word if anything goes through. He is still 100% in charge of creative, which is a good thing. It is perfect. Nick Khan is still CEO, sole CEO, but Vince McMahon is most likely getting his way back into the fold of WWE to try to get back what he wants for sure, but we all don't want that. We all don't want that for sure. Some people do, some people don't, which is insanity. I don't know why you would want Vince McMahon back in charge of WWE, because Triple H Paul's only had just about a week, only had about 6 months, I should say. He's only had about 6 months in charge of WWE. That's something that you can't expect. You can't expect greatness at a snap of a finger. It takes time. Give him 2 years. 2 years, 3 years at least, but he's been doing better than what Vince McMahon's era has been doing. Of course, it's not, the greatest success. There's been some flaws for sure, but there's been great things that have been going on within the company. Morale is up. Attitude is higher than what it once was. People actually feel like going back to work and going to work there. But with Vince McMahon back in charge, there is some skepticism. There's a locker room feeling. It's just been nervous, on edge. But, Triple H is trying to calm that down along with Nick Khan. Even though Vince McMahon has already rehired 2 of his yes people that he's had before. So we don't know what's about to happen over the next several months. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be absolutely insane. I don't even know how this is all going to affect the next several months of wrestling, the next several months of WWE. One thing that has happened as well, Vince McMahon has reached a settlement with an ex-referee, and I'm trying to load that up right now. It's on ESPN. It's by the Wall Street Journal. Vince, who returned to the company earlier this month, has settled a lawsuit with former referee who accused him of raping her in 1986. The exact sum of the multi-million-dollar settlement with Rita Chatterton, which was completed last month, was undisclosed, so we don't know the amount, but for sure it has been settled. But there is more to come. There has been lawsuits filed on Vince for forcing himself back into the WWE. Detroit Fire Company is reportedly about to sue Vince. There is some other things that are going on as well. There was a tragic passing of Jay Briscoe, who died in a car accident, which was horrifying for sure. Just I couldn't believe the news when I first heard about it. I thought people were joking. I thought people were just like saying that just to say something. I just didn't believe it at first, but I was just like, damn. He was just in a match. He was just in a match not long ago, just last year. The end of December, him and his brother versus FTR at the dog collar match. I haven't watched the match personally, but I will eventually at some point. I will go back to watch Jay Briscoe's work. But rest in peace to him. There were some more things that happened in the accident with his daughters getting injured as well, but one of them has regained feeling in their lower extremities, which is a perfect thing, which is good news. But it's got to be so hard for them to know that they lost their father, and at the same time, I just want to, let me see if I can pull up anything. It's just, obviously there isn't any pictures. There shouldn't be any pictures. I hope not, but it's just sad. It's so sad that, that one person, it was Mark's birthday too. Mark Briscoe's birthday had just passed not that long ago. So many tweets that went out. I posted my tweet on Twitter. It's terrible. It's terrible to know just when you like at least expect it, you can lose somebody in an instant. It's terrible. And there's news that Warner Brothers canceled a tribute show for Jay Briscoe, which is a terrible thing that they didn't approve a tribute show to Jay Briscoe, which is so stupid of them. And Tony didn't do enough to try to fight off that. That's just dumb. I feel that's a terrible thing. I just feel so terrible because he was a lightning rod for sure in the wrestling world, and they already have different things that they're airing on TNT and TBS. You can air this tribute show for him. It sucks. It really sucks. There was tributes all around. Kevin Owens paid tribute. Seth Rollins paid tribute. There was tributes on AEW with his brand, his armband saying Jay. Rest in peace to Jay. Jamin Pugh, that was his real name. It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. But that's at least all of the wrestling news that I'm going to at least cover in this little brief synopsis of everything. I will have Royal Rumble predictions up on the weekend, and I'll probably do a live stream for the Royal Rumble as well. I kind of broke my dry January earlier tonight, so I might do a little bit of a drinking over the Royal Rumble live stream. I don't know if I am. I don't know if I'm not. It's going to be one or the other, but really, it's really an insane time in the wrestling community. It's an insane time in the world of professional wrestling. So many different things are going back and forth, and I at least will try my best to cover as much detail as possible on pretty much everything that is coming up. This is just a brief synopsis of whatever has been happening. So WWE is not for sale. WWE sale has not gone through with Saudi Arabia. It was 100% fake. If you want to tune into the Nick Khan interview with Bill Simmons, you can. It should be available on YouTube or anywhere you get your podcasts, Apple Music, Spotify, SiriusXM, anywhere. Again, rest in peace to Jamin Pugh, aka Jay Briscoe, and Triple H is still 100% in full control of creative. So that's all the news I can probably come up with. Make sure you tune in as much as possible. I will try to get some stuff going on. I won't be at Raw this Monday. I wanted to be there for the 30th anniversary, but I'm already going to try to be in LA for WrestleMania, for Raw and SmackDown and Hall of Fame. I'm going to try to be there WrestleMania weekend, so it'll be my first Raw and SmackDown airing there. It'll be my first time there for those things, so I'm going to try to make that a thing. LA is something I want to do, so it's going to be something that I'm going to put a lot of work into. especially when here and especially at my current job. So I'm going to try my best with that. Just continue to subscribe, tune in as much as possible. I'm going to try to upload as much as I can throughout the coming months. And I love you guys so much. I'm a little bit tipsy, but I love you guys so much. Please be safe. Always. Happy 2023. I love you. Peace and love. I'll see you guys soon.